Alrighty, the official Gary's How to Cook pot stickers. This applies to fresh or frozen. Um, I've got a little of both, I think, because mine are half thawed from today. The only difference is you need to steam a little longer if they're frozen. So we're going to start out, of course, with pot stickers. Got my pan over here. Got some chicken broth. You see there's about half a cup or so in there. And lid for my pan here. So first things first, we're going to, sorry, bad cameraman. We're going to turn the heat on. We're going to go to a high heat. And we're just going to toss in a little olive oil. Don't need a whole awful lot since this is a non-stick pan anyway. So we're just going to let that heat up for a minute here. This is how I cook all my pot stickers. I always fry them. I don't do this steam thing. I mean, I've had them and they're okay as far as dumplings go, but I'm more of a pan fried traditional pot sticker. Let's see that kind of brown bottom thing. So anyway, so I got my heat going. I'm going to turn it way down so I don't start sizzling and spattering oil while I'm putting these in. And I'm just going to place them in a little circle here, get a little oil on the bottom, and I'm just going to place them around in a circle on the pan here. You'll see I got a couple stuck together. They're starting to thaw and the skins are starting to stick a little bit. So I put them all the same way, seam side to the top. And yeah, these are kind of thawed out here, so going to be a little testy. Getting stuck together a little bit, so gotta be a little more careful here. And anyway, I'm just going to put them in a circle. You can hear them sizzling already a little bit. So a little bit of oil on all these. You don't want too much oil because these have pork in them, so there's obviously oil from the pork that will come through the skin when they cook. So just a little bit, just so they can fry on that bottom and get little brown is all. I'm going to pack these in here a little bit tighter so get more pot stickers. Alright, so I'm going to turn my heat back up here. Again, medium high I guess is what I've got it on. And I'm just going to let those cook for a minute. So they'll be, I don't know, 45 seconds to a minute. Kind of up to you. However brown you want to make your pot stickers. I don't like to overcook them, but I don't like to undercook them either. How are we doing here? So we're just starting to see a little bit of brown, not much. So there's a little bit of brown there starting to show. We're getting there. Yeah, that's what I like to see. A little bit of color in there. Go for just another. Doesn't take long. Once they start to brown, you'll start to see that they start to darken up nicely on all of them. So give just another second or two here. Get my lid ready. Now this can be the fun part. If you have too much oil in here, you get a lot of splatter when you do this. And a little more crispy on the bottom here. Alright, so it mostly stopped sizzling. Got a nice brown to it on the bottom. So I think we're pretty close here. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken broth. So you can see that it kind of stopped sizzling a little bit. Most of the oil is kind of gone. We're going to dump this in, and like I said, it's about half a cup. And I'm just going to put a lid on it. So let that go for a few minutes. It really doesn't take long because you get that steam up there. It's pretty hot. And there's just a little ball of pork and some vegetables in there. Not a whole awful lot to cook, even though the pork is raw. It really doesn't take very long. With a half a cup like this, and as many as I have in here, what you kind of look for is that the liquid is evaporated off, and most of it's gone, if not all of it, and they're going to go back to sizzling again. So that's kind of when you know they're pretty well done. Should have plenty of time. Right now, that's just getting in there with that nice heat from the steam and cooking it up nice and like I said earlier, this applies to whether they're fresh or frozen. If they're frozen, you'll want to extend this time obviously a little bit more. Use a little bit more chicken broth in there to make it last a little bit longer. But you want to cook them a little bit longer just because they're already frozen in the middle. So I usually go for 3 or 4 minutes. If they're just fresh and thawed out. If they're frozen, you'll probably end up going like 5, 6, or 7 minutes even if necessary. Also depends on how long you brown them on the bottom, because that helps kind of get them thawed out in the beginning anyway. Okay, so we've gone about we're going on about 6 minutes here. There were some that were still not quite frozen, but they were a little bit frozen, so that it goes a little bit longer. It sounds like most of my liquid's pretty well gone. I'm going to go ahead and call these done, I think. Take that lid off and let them sizzle for a little bit, evaporate some of that extra moisture out of there. But all in all, those are pretty much done. Turn the heat off, and the one thing that you have to kind of be careful of when you do them like this, like I'm doing them, packing them in here too tight, they will tend to stick together a little bit. So just gotta be careful so we don't tear the skins and make a mess. But you see those are nicely toasted on the bottom. What they're famous for. So flip a couple of those over, get that nice color to them. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. These were requests from my children throughout all their early years, all their birthdays. You ask them what they want for their birthday, and they want pot stickers. So these were kind of a tradition when my kids were little. I learned to make them 35 years ago from my mission in California with the Chinese people, and it's funny. You think 35 years of making these things, I'd be faster at making them, but no, they still take me forever to wrap them and get them all together. But anyway, there you have it. All together, we're about I don't know, start to finish, about 12-13 minutes. Not too bad from frozen pot stickers to a nice little meal. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a meal, but some vegetables, some rice, maybe another little entree to go along with them. These are made of pork, so they're not, the most diet-sensitive food as far as if you're watching fats or anything like that. If you're on keto or paleo diets, have at it. Knock yourself out. Not sure about the skins as far as how much starch they have, but anyway, they're pot stickers. I really don't care. I'm going to eat them and I'm going to enjoy them. So anyway, there you have it. Gary's official video on making pot stickers. Thanks for watching. Bye.